Hey guys, what is up? It is SSD Middleman here with GuidesForUsAll, and today we're going to be checking out the Rakta Dark Dagger, the new Syndicate melee weapon brought to us by the Red Veil. This is a unique variant of the Dark Dagger, and compared to its original, it has higher base radiation damage, faster attack speed, and an extra V polarity slot. These stats might not seem like much, but they're pretty good for a dagger. In fact, this might be my new favorite dagger, not only for its performance, but it also just looks badass. Let's check out my mod setup. I used Pressure Point and Fury for obvious reasons. If you have the primed versions, use those. Then I used Blood Rush and Weeping Wounds to allow me better chances at critical hits and higher status chance while I'm comboing. Then I used Voltaic Strike and Virulent Scourge to get some corrosive damage in with the base radiation damage. I threw on Covert Lethality because it increases base damage and allows you to one-hit any enemy you perform a finisher on. Lastly, I used Gleaming Blight to give this weapon even more status chance and the Blight effect, which is a syndicate effect. When your bar is filled up, it will discharge an explosion dealing 1,000 viral damage to enemies around you, restores 25% of your base energy, and increases your movement speed by 10%. This is great for obvious reasons and for not so obvious reasons. Due to this, you'll be able to proc 3 types of elemental damage at once. Very, very powerful. Now in combat, you can use this weapon in a variety of ways. I like using a stealth setup with Loki sneaking around, backstabbing enemies, or even going at them head on whilst invisible. Both methods work exceedingly well with this dagger despite its seemingly lackluster stats. If you use a Warframe like Inaros or Excalibur, you'll be able to force enemies into a stunned state, to which you can then use a finisher move on them. As long as you have Covert Lethality equipped, you'll be able to kill any enemy in one hit no matter what their level is. This is great if you run into a tough foe such as a Bombard or an Ancient. Just hit them with a Radial Blind or a Desiccation and execute them swiftly. The weapon also has some Syndicate special effects. You'll have 33% reduced visibility to enemies, meaning you'll be able to get closer to them before you're detected. Also, if you hit a target and get a radiation proc on them, subsequent hits will restore your shields and create overshields. This is pretty sweet when you're just going at enemies directly, as you'll be restoring your shields with every hit. Now do note, this will only really work on bigger enemies, as most of the small infantry units will die in one hit, not giving you a chance to get hits in after the radiation proc. As I said earlier, this might very well be my new favorite dagger and will definitely replace the ceramic dagger that many people have been using for a while. If you're concerned about the syndicate proc alerting enemies around you, don't worry. While it will set them to an alerted state, you will still be able to perform stealth finishers on them while they're in this state. All in all, this weapon is fantastic and I wholly recommend picking it up. It gets a gleaming endorsement from me. Anyways, thanks for watching the video, guys. If you enjoyed, please leave a like rating down below and subscribe to see some more videos in the future, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.